Autism, a complex neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by challenges in social interaction, communication skills, and repetitive behaviors, significantly influences learning and educational experiences. Its impact on education is profound, necessitating a nuanced understanding of how autistic individuals navigate the learning environment. The topic's relevance has grown with increased awareness and diagnosis rates, underscoring the need for adaptive educational strategies that support the diverse needs of autistic students. Acknowledging the impact of autism on education opens doors to tailored approaches that enhance learning outcomes. From specialized teaching strategies and the use of technology to the critical role of special education services, these adaptations not only support academic achievement, but also promote social and emotional development. The prevalence of autism in educational settings has risen, reflecting increases in diagnosis rates. Currently, approximately 1 in 54 children in the United States is diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, indicating a significant population within schools that require specialized educational strategies. This increase underscores the importance of understanding autism's implications for learning and educational outcomes. The general impact of autism on learning varies significantly among individuals given the degree of impact autism has on individuals' functioning. However, several common threads exist. Autistic learners typically face difficulties with traditional instructional methods that rely heavily on verbal communication and social interaction. Challenges with executive functioning, such as organizing tasks, managing time, and transitioning between activities, can further complicate learning. Also, repetitive behaviors, which includes insisting on sameness and routine, can disrupt educational activities, especially when curriculum changes or flexibility is required. Finally, sensory activities, whether the individual isn't responding to what's stimulating or is overly stimulated by lights, sounds, textures, or smells, can make typical classroom environments overwhelming or distracting, hindering an autistic student's ability to focus and participate in learning activities. Foundations that foster a supportive learning environment are built on a detailed understanding of each student and exploration of what is needed that matches the individual's needs. Generalized cookie-cutter approaches will not be successful. One must start thinking in terms of what must be proactively in place on the way to challenges that are opportunities for overcoming a challenge, especially challenges with behavior, rather than plans limited to reacting when a challenge occurs. Let's discuss 3 proactive foundations for building a supportive environment. The first foundation is predictability. Remember, stress is unpredictability, and so predictability is a friend to the autistic student. Predictability increases the ability of the student to absorb and retain what he has the capacity to learn on any given day at any given moment. That's why it's crucial to make the environment as predictable as possible. This means front-loading what an autistic student needs to know about the structure of their day, schedule, transitions, or impending changes as they move through their school programming day. Exploring the specific needs of the student defines what predictability looks like, so consistency occurs and the student's overall stress is reduced. The second foundation involves the use of learning styles. Identifying and teaching the use of primary learning style is foundational to the classroom content an autistic student must learn. Learning style techniques must come along with the content to make learning outcomes more achievable. In order to identify a technique that matches the student's needs, it's crucial that an exploration and identification of how the student learns naturally is essential. Asking the question, What learning style does the student dominantly use, like a duck takes to water, is a key question that deserves investigation and implementation. Students who respond to their environment consistently in visual, auditory, or tactile ways are clues to their primary learning style that calls for a corresponding technique not only to apply learning, but to address sensory sensitivities that come along with autism. The answer to this question of learning style and corresponding technique plays a significant role in enabling the autistic student to maximize their capacity to absorb, retain, and learn the content required to meet achievable outcomes. The trend of increasing focus on personalized learning approaches reinforces the foundation of using learning styles of autistic students. Research is exploring how to best implement personalized curricula that leverage students' strengths while addressing their challenges. A proactively supportive classroom environment is structured, firm, but also flexible. This is accomplished by using step-by-step direct teaching and is the third foundation for building a supportive learning environment. Direct teaching includes teaching the use of primary learning style techniques that serve the student well, so pictures, videos, audio input, sensory-related objects that clarify concepts and reduce otherwise ambiguous instructions reduces the challenge that comes with learning classroom content. Specifically, trends emerging include advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning that could lead to the creation of intelligent tutoring systems that adapt in real time to the needs of the autistic learners. Additionally, the development of new assistive communication devices and sensory regulation tools could significantly enhance learning experiences in the form of game-based learning, project-based learning, and the use of digital storytelling to engage autistic students. Direct teaching requires explicit communication, making instructions clear and specific, using concrete examples and providing direct explanations so information is neither abstract or vague. Direct teaching helps break down tasks or activities into smaller, manageable steps to make them more easy to understand and achievable. This includes teaching steps sequentially and providing demonstrations that model what is to be done, so the student may demonstrate the same because autistic students typically learn experientially or by doing what is to be learned. Finally, direct teaching includes repetition and practice that allows for opportunities that reinforce learning followed by positive feedback that reinforces the autistic student. The use of demonstration through modeling and role-playing are forms of direct teaching that assist the student with social skills instruction. By incorporating these direct teaching techniques into the educational program for the autistic student, educators provide structured, supportive, and effective instruction that promotes academic and social development. By focusing on these foundations, educators, researchers, policymakers, and parents can work together to create an inclusive learning environment for autistic students so they may thrive in their educational journeys.